Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're going to be discussing the blacklist here in Thailand. In recent months, about the last 3 months, I've had not an insignificant number of inquiries and emails and various correspondences regarding what folks considered to be a relatively minor offense, which resulted in a really long-term blacklisting, specifically a 5-year blacklisting. So let me explain. The Thai blacklisting rules, as they currently sit, stipulate that if one overstays by 90 days or more, you're going to get put on the blacklist. Less than 90 days, it's rather gray. I say gray because I know a fair number of people that were, trying to stay 88 days overstay and then leave, and then they try to do a border run back in and they get denied, and they say, well, I only get blacklisted in 90 days. Well, they didn't read the Immigration Act, which basically states, look, the immigration officer can pretty well, turn you away at their discretion, notwithstanding what the rules stipulate. But that being said, with respect to 5-year blacklisting, there is a set of circumstances where one could end up with a 5-year blacklisting for some fairly innocuous stuff. Basically, as the rules state, if you depart willingly, and you're, say, on 1 day of overstay, okay, if they catch you at that at the airport, you pay your fine, you leave, they view that as kind of a no harm, no foul. You pay your fine, you go. Okay, great. If you are arrested in Thailand or detained or essentially caught out in Thailand and it's found out you are in overstay, that is a 5-year bar under any circumstances where you're caught out in the kingdom by a law enforcement or immigration officer. So, for example, you could be on overstay in Thailand by 1 day, and you could be pulled over for a traffic violation. The police officer may want to see your passport. They may find out that you're in overstay, and that will result in detention, deportation, and under the current rules, a blacklisting of 5 years. It's really rather, I won't go so far as to say draconian, it's pretty tough, but people are on notice of it. Overstay is not something to mess with. Again, 99% of the time this isn't going to be an issue, but I have heard of people who have been, folks that were, they were just on overstay for a little while and they just got caught up in something, sort of unforeseen. I actually had one gentleman contact me at one point who basically said, look, I was on overstay. I went down to the immigration office. They told me, we may be able to figure out some way of fixing it. And then the next day, they just came to the guy's house, detained him, and deported him. Probably because they were checking on the regulations themselves, and they came around, deported him, and he's now banned for 5 years. This 5-year ban, it really can be enacted pretty quickly. And it can be enacted where one is simply found to be in overstay and caught out in the kingdom. Again, if you're found to be in overstay and you're departing when the finding is made, the normal rules apply. As long as it's less than 90 days, you're not going to get automatically blacklisted. But if you're caught even by 1 day in the kingdom in overstay, it's going to result in not only a deportation, but a blacklisting and a 5-year blacklisting at that.